'Cause what I'm trying to do is enthuse you, so that you and I might together strive to change more people's point of view, for those who can't eat as much.
Hey guys, Bobby Hughes here with Pride Custom Firearms. Today's video, we're going to be going over the unboxing of a brand new Hornady lock and load AP press, as well as going over some of the other components for the Hornady press. So I just bought this press, just got back from the shop with it. If you guys have been following me for any time at all, you know that I used to have a Lee setup. I was very true to Lee, still am. Love Lee products. For beginners getting into reloading, Lee is amazing. All right, and I have nothing bad to say about the company or anything. I love Lee, but you know there comes a time when it's time to upgrade to the next best thing, and for me it was the Hornady AP press. So what we're going to do is, this is actually the press. This is what comes with the lock and load AP. It's a whole box. We'll open that up in a little bit. But if you're buying this setup, there are a few things that you're going to need to buy, as well as in addition. I'm going to go over prices with you guys a little bit as well, just so you can get an idea of where what you're looking at, as opposed to Lee. Now, if any of you have seen the video of my Lee stuff that was for sale, I was selling a lot of stuff for $475. You can buy pretty much everything that I had brand new for somewhere between $700 and $800. This is why I call it the next step up. The lock and load AP loader itself comes in this box. Like I said, we'll open it up and go through it here in a little bit. This right here I got for locally for $408, and then I got my military discount as well. So just shy of $400 is what I paid for this, just the press and what comes with it. Another thing that you're going to have to buy, obviously, to go with your press are your dies. I picked up 2 sets of pistol dies today, 40 Smith & Wesson and 38 357. All right, I got both of these for I want to say they were $41 a set. All right, so I got both of these $41 a set, and then minus my discount, I don't know what it was, but just giving you kind of rough prices. And then in order to use the dies in the lock and load AP press, you need the die bushings. Your lock and load AP press is going to come with, I think, 4 die bushings with it. It comes with 4 of them with the press. But the whole purpose in having the die bushings, is the reason why it's called lock and load, is because the die bushings actually go onto the die and stay on there. You lock them on there so that way when you change out dies, it's quick. You set them up and then you just 1/8 of a turn, pull it out, pop the new one in. So you want to buy extra die bushings, depending on how many sets of dies you're going to get. Like I said, it comes with 4, so I've got enough to set up 1 set of dies here. And then, so what I went ahead and bought a 10-pack, because I know I'm going to buy some more dies. It's cheaper to buy a 10-pack, $30 for 10 of these. I went ahead and got my 38 357. All right, so I've got the die bushings for that. Excuse me. And also on eBay the other day, I picked up my 380 auto dies used. These are still in really good condition, and the guy that had these before, he already had the die bushings on there. They came with it, so I got lucky on that one. I don't have to worry about that. So that's good to know. Got that with that. In addition to this, you're also going to need your shell plates. Now, in comparison to the Lee products, I used to buy my shell plates for my Lee for about $14 a piece, 10 to 14 bucks a piece. These are $30 a piece. All right, and so far I don't have any that are interchangeable yet. There are a few that are interchangeable. Once I buy the 9mm dies, my 9mm dies, my 380 auto, obviously, shell plate will work with my 9mm. So I bought 3 shell plates to go with that as well. Another good idea, based on what I've been told from people who use the lock and load AP press, is when you're new to using the press, there's a retainer spring, and we're going to go over the anatomy just like we did with the Lee stuff once I get it set up. But there's a retaining spring instead of retainer clips like on the Lee Progressive. The retaining spring is what holds, it wraps around the shell plate, and it keeps the case retained inside the shell plate. You can buy a 3-pack of those for about $5. I recommend going ahead and buying a pack of those, because like I said, from what I've been told, when you're new to it, sometimes you'll tweak those springs and then it won't work anymore. So I went ahead and bought a pack of those, $5. In addition to that, everything that is in here, dies, everything in the press, in with the press kit, is going to be coated with like a kind of like a cosmoline or an anti-corrosive. The manufacturer recommends Hornady Hornady's one-shot cleaner and dry lube to clean all those parts down and lube them as well, but keep them dry. So it's a dry lube. That is pretty expensive. It's $8. Normally I would try to find something that wasn't brand name to compare to that, but I don't know what the comparison would be. So I went with the one shot and paid $8 for that. One final thing that I ended up purchasing to go with my lock and load AP press is a primer pickup tube. A small primer pickup tube. I'm not loading large primers yet. I don't have dies for that. So I got I got an extra one. It comes with one large and one small pickup tube. But I thought, it'd be nice to have an extra one. So I went ahead and paid $7 and got one additional 100, I think it's 100, maybe even more than that, primer pickup tube, small primer pickup tube. Like I said, $7 for that. Now, in my on my Lee press, what I did was I have a 4x4 mounted on my bench here, up under the front. So I've got a nice, sturdy, solid surface to mount on. With my Lee, I actually just used lag bolts and drilled it and lag bolted it in. For the lock and load, it's a lot more, the mounting holes on the lock and load are in a lot better position. So what I did was I went ahead and I went to the hardware store and picked up some 5/16 bolts, as well as some extra washers and nuts and things like that, so that I can actually mount my press to my bench with bolts instead of lag bolts, making it easier to take it off and put it back on without worrying about stripping out the wood that holds it in place. Alright, so I picked those up as well. It's like $3 worth of bolts and hardware there. So all total, for what I have here, minus my 380 dies that I purchased online, everything else today I spent right at, I think $590. Alright, so it's a little bit more expensive, and you have to realize that $590, and I'm 2 sets of dies short and a bunch of accessories short compared to the Lee that I sold off. So it is a little bit of a price jump between this and the Lee. That's why I recommend the Lee for getting started. So let's go ahead and unbox this, and I'll show you the parts that comes with it. And but if you buy the stuff that I showed you, just some ideas as far as the dies and the bushings and things like that. The lock and load AP comes with everything you need to get started, minus a set of dies and a shell plate. So if you wanted to just load 9mm or 40 Smith & Wesson, you would need the Hornady lock and load press kit, your 9mm or 40 Smith & Wesson dies, whatever caliber, and the shell plate that goes with it, and you could get right into reloading. Alright, so let's get this thing opened up. The box just pulls open just like that. Take our cardboard out here. You're going to have your user manual, instruction manual right on top. In this box, you're going to have some parts to your primer feeder setup, as well as 3 of the retaining springs. I actually didn't realize that it came with 3 retaining springs, so that's good information to know if you want to save the $5 and not buy the additional springs. But I always like to have spare parts on hand. So it does come with 3 retaining springs for your shell plates, and then also your cartridge catch bin, your completed round cartridge catch bin. Cut this tape here and go ahead and open this up. Looks like we've got an extra part here. I don't know what that's for yet, but that's why we're doing this. Here's some bushings, and this is the mounting bracket for the cartridge catch bin. So it does come with 5 die bushings, not 4. So that's great to know too. It comes with 5 die bushings. Looks like a little CD for setting it up or something. And what's in this box? This is probably part of the powder feed. Yep, it sure is. It's part of the case activated powder feeder. So that comes in that box. Moving on in here. Here's the actual press itself, and this is the primer, expended primer tube that drops out. So our press and the tube, and then let's see what else we got in here. It's like in this box, let me move this out of the way here. In this box we have our primer support tube, our actual actuating handle, and primer pickup tubes, guide rod, and the actual primer tubes that the primers are mounted to the press in. Here is the case activated powder drop assembly and the case activated powder drop die. So that's what comes in the box, and in the next video we'll get into the mounting of the press. So it'll be a pretty short video. We'll go ahead and get the press mounted up, and then we'll do we'll just continue on in videos of series on how to set everything up as we go. Alright, so catch the next video. It'll be mounting the press. And then otherwise, until next time, get out there and shoot some guns, be safe, and most importantly, have fun. See you guys later.